Strategy games sure come in many shapes and sizes these days, and if there's one company continuously proving this fact, it's Triumph Studios and Paradox Interactive, who's just about to release Age of Wonders 4. And for this special occasion, I've partnered with Paradox to bring you an exciting early showcase of the game, with no restrictions attached. Age of Wonders 4 launches on May 2nd on PC and next-gen consoles, so make sure to check it out. And by the way, while I have you here, only 9% of people watching this video are subscribed to the channel. If you enjoy my content guys, it would mean so much to me if you made a simple click and sub to the channel. It really goes a long way in helping my content reach further, and hopefully help you in knowing when there's new content to be enjoyed. I'd really appreciate it. First of all, there's something I have to share with you guys. Even though I've always admired them, I've never truly been a fan of Might and Magic style games. They just haven't really appealed to me for some reason. So when I say that Age of Wonders 4 is the one game in the genre I've genuinely had so much fun with, I really think it says a lot about how well it's actually made. And for this video, I'm going to tell you exactly why that is, focusing on the Destined Human faction in particular. Now here's the thing, regardless of your people of choice, Age of Wonders 4 allows you to play in many different realms, each with their own features and traits. Alternatively, you can even make your very own and customize it to your liking. Age of Wonders 4 takes place in that good old fantasy universe, and all the tried and true staples are here, with elves, orcs, dwarves, and even cat people being playable. For this video though, I chose to go with my personal favorite faction in virtually any fantasy game I play, the good old humans. I just want to point out something right off the bat, and it's obvious from this very selection screen. Age of Wonders 4 is a beautiful game, using a mix of stylistic visuals and sharpness to look distinctively gorgeous, and this is as true for characters as it is for the campaign map, with provinces looking more and more dense as time goes on. There are so many different types of campaign maps as well, all the more variety for us to enjoy. Now you might wonder what Age of Wonders 4 is like, and if I had to compare it to one game especially, it would have to be Civilization. But to be honest, while I'm kind of tired of Civilization's formula, Age of Wonders 4 manages to feel so fresh and mystical in comparison that I'm genuinely surprised. Because at its core, Age of Wonders mixes that sense of empire building, where you expand your realm, make alliances and war, and explore the world, with actual tactical battles. It's a concept that works extremely well, because unlike in many similar styled games, what you do and research on the campaign map actually translates to the battle map. As an avid Total War connoisseur at this point, this is actually extremely welcoming, especially when there's so much fun to be had here. But let's zoom out for a second and check out how this whole thing works. Your empire begins with one city and fog of war all around. In other words, this game is all about expansion and exploration. In many ways, there are familiar mechanics here. We raise one building at a time and recruit one unit at a time, and we also research one new space of arcane research at a time. But behind these concepts are many individual changes that really make the Age of Wonders 4 experience that much better. First of all, our empire is maintained on a number of different resources. Common ones like gold, food, production, and knowledge, i.e. research points, are all to be found here, and help with growing your cities, erecting buildings, and unlocking new arcane abilities. I absolutely love that we can construct buildings and recruit units at the same time, which is such a massive quality of life upgrade from other games in the genre that it's hard to overstate. I think my favorite resource, however, is Imperium, because it really is the magic spice of Age of Wonders 4. Imperium is mostly used for three important things. First of all, Imperium may be spent on attracting people to your cities, meaning you can essentially rush province expansion outside a city. Now this is important, because doing so won't just net you more local resources to fund future projects or growth, but you might even stumble upon bonus resources, which can really provide a boost. In the very important race to ally with and vassalize city-states, Imperium may also be used to significantly improve relations or even fully integrate the vassal once the option is available. I've always been a massive fan of diplomatic expansion, so the fact that the vassalization game is so prominent and easy to understand is just amazing. Lastly, my favorite use of Imperium is related to empire development, which is essentially another side of the research coin, only this time it's related to your, well, empire's development, and not magical abilities. Here, you can unlock perks from the various branches or affinities, which in turn will provide significant bonuses for your faction. Not only is the tree gorgeous, but much like the rest of the game, I love how it works. Your progress in each branch is governed by your inherent faction type and various choices made during gameplay, and therefore becomes highly unique for each playthrough. As an empire builder, I first and foremost like to focus on the order and nature branches myself, as they unlock bonuses related to empire growth and opportunities with free cities, making it that much more fun to be a relatively peaceful hegemon. If you love your magic though, the astral or shadow affinities might be better suited for your playstyle. Affinities also have another use, in that they influence your relations with other factions, who also have their own empire affinities. In other words, if you have clashing affinities, like here where the Void Seekers are focused on the astral affinity, our relations suffer for it. The same goes for alignment, which is a mechanic determining whether your faction is good or evil, and where the nicer you are, the better for your relationships, while being evil will net you certain army perks. As in any game about exploration, exploring is actually very important, as you won't only locate valuable treasure, but also encounter new factions and points of interest. There is a number of these around the world, and sending scouts in the early game is therefore not a bad idea. But if you find yourself on a map with oceans on it, it adds a whole new sense of exploration. Not just because there's a whole nother world out there somewhere, but because you actually have to research basic seafaring to be able to cross it. And speaking crossing over to things, sometimes diplomacy fails, and some upstart faction decide to build an outpost on your claimed territory. Crossing over from peace to war, or indeed from the campaign map to the battle map, is therefore sometimes necessary to exert your influence and show your dominance. And this is where a lot of what you accomplish on the campaign map level comes together. These battles are turn-based tactical battles, where each unit has distinct roles and uses. As a more traditionally inclined player, I love my heavily armored soldiers and archer combo. My formations often include setting up defensive formations on the front, while keeping my ranged units in the back. Since my hero unit is faster moving, perhaps I'll move him around for a strong flank attack. There are so many variables to think about here, whether distinct unit abilities like healing or attack, passive abilities which are affected and enabled by certain formations, or abilities gained from the campaign map, which influence how your units act, that the tactical level here is much deeper than what you might think. Heroes are naturally an important factor here, but they encompass the entire campaign actually. Heroes act not just as army leaders, but as city governors, and even enable the construction of outposts, allowing you to quite literally expand your borders over the course of a few turns and depending on your resource allocation. Here too we have a great level of customization, as each offer a number of slots where new items may be equipped. I just can't stress enough how this entire UI just oozes love and dedication, as it's not just aesthetically pleasing, but everything really is available at a glance from the main window itself, or getting somewhere else is a matter of a single click. Wanna check out Empire development? It's right up here, my friend. Wanna locate your main hero? Click on his massive portrait. Wanna talk to a foreign faction, or construct new buildings in a city? It's all very accessible and straightforward, and because of it, Age of Wonders 4 offers a seamless, immersive, and just downright fun experience. Age of Wonders 4 releases May 2nd on PC, PS5, and the Xbox Series consoles and offers so much strategy goodness, so make sure to check it out. If you already love the series or have thoughts, make sure to let me know in the comments. And as always, leave a like and sub to the channel. Thank you so much for watching, thanks again to Paradox Interactive for sponsoring this video, and I'll see you next time. Cheers!